Welcome, Libra and Libra cross watchers, to your reading for this Thursday. Um, so I just kind of wanted to get back to doing more than, general reads in addition to love reads. So this Thursday will be the good, the bad, the hidden, just a general intention. And then of course the mini love reads will be out on Sunday. And then next Thursday will be the February 2023 monthly love reads. So I hope you guys have all had a great week and that your weekend is shaping up to be fun and or restful. For those of you in the northern hemisphere, you might be stuck in this polar vortex. So hopefully you're not stuck inside all week. But who knows, right? Whoops. Anyway, I'm rambling. Libra, I do want to say that it feels like there's somebody here that you actually seem to be kind of excited to speak to. And I feel like they leave you hanging. And it feels like that really sheds a light on what's going on here. It's almost like this person's more interested in defeating other people than they are in giving you the attention that you deserve. And what really sucks from what I'm seeing is that I actually feel, so I'm just gonna light that. It actually feels like you really came out of a certain type of energy to kind of make contact with this person, and it's like they're not paying attention to how big of a deal it is for you, because I feel like they're too focused on some sort of like victory that they've had, but it doesn't feel like it was an honest victory. I feel like they defeated people that couldn't compete with them in the first place. You know what I mean? So it's like it should be a hollow victory, it should be an empty victory, but actually they're reveling in it. Just want to make sure this neck is upright. So what's the good here for Libra? What's positive? What's the good for Libra? Wow. It's the first time this card has come out in all of these reads, and there's only like 40 some odd cards in this deck. No. Wait, postpone, pause, say no. There's something here that it feels like an uphill battle or an uphill climb. It feels like, oh, okay. So sometimes the Three of Cups can mean, a celebration. Most of the time it means to me that something's, somebody's got their face stuck in a situation that they don't belong in. And I actually feel that you are stuck in the middle of something that it's like you may not realize that you're about to, or you have stepped in something here that you need to now get off your shoe. You know what I mean? Because I feel like may have actually happened. Hold on. What's the bad here for Libra? I'm actually getting like some tingles down my spine here. I'm a little concerned for you, Libra. Not that you can't handle yourself, but I'm just feeling here that you may be putting yourself in a situation that you don't want to be in. It's almost like this is the energetics, so it may not be the situation for everyone. I certainly hope it isn't. But it feels like here you're coming out of hermit energy and you kind of want to, extend an invitation or yourself to this person, or kind of like make contact. And I feel like this person isn't going to be, number one, honest about who they are and what they're capable of doing to other people. But also, B, I feel like they're not going to be honest about who they're involved with and to what extent. It's almost like, oh God, this might be very specific. This is the kind of person that would propose to somebody, another person, not you, and then still accept your invitation and then try to be like, oh, well, I thought it was okay to their person. Or it's like, oh, well, but Libra was hitting on me, so it's not my fault. I was just trying to, make it easy on Libra or something garbage like that. So there's just something that seems really seedy about the whole thing. It almost feels like this person, it almost feels like this one over here, going back to that same example, it's like this person proposed to this one. And it's almost like this one wants you to get involved. They want you to get dragged into this. It's almost like there's a couple here that wants to pull you into something. So it's like once you're close enough and they've got their claws into you, they can drag you down with them. Get out. I almost want to say like, get out while you still can. And I feel like some of you may not want to. And of course, always, I will always say this, use your own intuition over anything that I say on the channel ever. I am feeling this need to kind of warn you. I feel like you haven't been given, it feels like you haven't been given what you deserve or what you needed in love. And I feel like these two screwballs, they see that, they just kind of see something in you that they want, that they feel they can somehow manipulate. And it's like the second you get close enough for them to grab onto you, it's this energy of like that tearing and gnashing of teeth or whatever it is. You know what I mean? It's a really, I don't like it. I don't know how else to say this. It's a very peculiar energy. And it's like if these people would pull their head out of their rear end, I actually feel like you seem to have the strength to help pull them in the right direction. But I feel like there's this message here that like, well, number one, that's not your problem. Not that you were making it your problem, but it's not. And I feel like number two, there's also this message here that it's like you may end up feeling some sort of bond with this Three of Cups person. It's like you may kind of get along with that person more than you do the Five of Swords that you originally made contact with. And I feel like there's a message here that it's like anything that you tell this Three of Cups, they're going to run and tell whoever they shouldn't tell. So there's almost this energy of like trust no biz right now. Excuse me. I feel like because you're coming out of this hermit energy, and usually when you're in a hermit energy, it's like you find that peace, you find that baseline, you sort some things out, you unload some baggage, and you come out of it maybe feeling a little bit of loneliness or being alone, but without all that baggage weighing you down. And I feel to a certain extent, it's like you might feel like here's this bright new beginning, but it's bad news. I feel like these people they see it as they're using you, you're using them. I don't feel like you're going to see it that way. I feel like at first you may feel like you're helping them. and it's going to deteriorate into them bleeding you dry. And it's almost like it might happen so fast it's going to be hard to catch. Because I feel like it's almost like when when a snake sheds its skin, there we go. That new layer of skin is actually pretty vulnerable. It's tender, right? And it's almost like there's this, you've unloaded something, and so now you have an opportunity to, develop this new skill. But because it's almost like you've got a soft spot here, sorry, because you have I'm not really, this is a very unpleasant energy that it's like these people are going to use you for what they can get out of you, and then they're going to discard you like you're nothing. And I feel, this is just me, throw it out the window if you want, it's really bloody unfair. Because I feel like here you did the work, you went into the cave, you like unloaded conditioning, you did the healing, you worked on yourself, you come out, and here are these idiots, that are, it's like they were just passing by the cave when you were coming out of it. You know what I mean? It's almost like it was a timing issue sort of thing. I feel like hold on for a second. Hold on. I feel like if they wait to say yes to your offer, take it as a message, and like rescind said offer, and like, I can't tell you what to do, but if I was you, I would run in the opposite direction, away from the toxicity that they're going to bring into your life, because you did the work. You don't freaking deserve that. You don't deserve to have somebody else's nonsense. And it's like, I want to say it's going to be dumped on you, but it's not like that. They're not dumping anything on you. They're taking from you. So it's like they're just going to take the energy from you that makes them feel good about themselves, that makes them feel desired. It's like you might be somebody that builds people up. Like when you care about somebody, you really like speak life into them, and they're just going to keep taking that until you have nothing left to give, and then you're going to be tossed aside. So we have yes, just say yes, and then breaking the chain at the bottom of the deck with ancestral patterns, healing, rewriting the future. So hold on for a second here. Okay. What's going on here? The Hermit again with the Queen of Cups here. This is where it gets a little bit tricky. I feel like to a certain extent that it's almost like these two have a really bad relationship, and you somehow entering their life, it's like it seems to fulfill the need for this one. I feel like to a certain extent, it feels like the two of you make a connection. But I feel like this person will kind of do whatever they have to. It's like they'll cut anybody down to keep this one, to hang on to them. So I feel like to a certain extent, if this person wasn't so desperate for the Five of Swords person, that actually, yeah, there could be a real friendship. There could be a real connection there. But I feel like as long as this Five of Swords person is around, you're just going to keep getting cut. It feels like you really do want, hold on for a second. I feel like you get into an energy. Now, listen, let me be clear, okay? How the cards were saying earlier that they'll just take from you until there's nothing left for you to give them doesn't mean you're going to give it to them. It just means that's what they'll do if you let them. And I feel like with this yes here, I feel like there's a message that you'll see what's really going on with these people when you see them around their friends. It's like when you see them around, not, their people necessarily, but when you see them around people that they're comfortable with, the real them comes out. And I feel like you're going to be looking at them like, is this really who this person is? It's almost like you're going to be a little bit appalled by how they talk, how they move, how they act. It's like, for example, if somebody like, if the waitress or the waiter makes a mistake on a bill, that, for example, if they don't charge someone for something, but this Three of Cups person knows that that waiter or waitress is going to have to foot the bill, it's like they're going to laugh about it and joke about it later, and act like, oh, isn't this so great? We got a few bucks in our pocket. And I feel like it just seems really despicable to you that they're going to, it's like not only are they doing it, but they're taking a lot of like, sick pleasure in like pretending to be the friend of the waiter or waitress and talk about how great. It's like they might even say to the waitress's face, like, oh, you're such a great waitress, you're so this, you're so that. And it's like they almost kind of want to play with their food before they eat it. I know I'm using a lot of food imagery, but I mean, this actual person, it's like they kind of want to toy with the waiter or waitress before they screw them over. It's that kind of an energy. So it's like they actually seem to be quite mean-spirited. And I feel like as long as this person is around this Five of Swords, they're going to be infected by the Five of Swords energy. It's like maybe there was a potential for a real connection between you and the Three of Cups at some point, but there's not anymore. I feel like this person has descended too far, into the Five of Swords energy. So, I think we'll pull one card for advice and then I will close out the read here. Two cards, cool. So we have the Knight of Swords and the Seven of Cups. So I feel that, hold on for a second, Libra, I kind of want to say, like, I feel like you may not even need me to say this, but I'm going to say it anyway. It's like, I'm going to invite you to look at these people for what they are, and not through a lens of you've just healed and you're kind of giving people, it's like because your intent is pure, you're assuming other people's intent is pure as well. And it's not an intelligent, social aware sort of thing. It's just, it's like you're integrating this new skill. And I feel like because you don't see the world through their type of lens, I feel like it may take you a second to catch what they're doing. I mean, if they pull that garbage with the waitress, I'm sure it'll be pretty evident, but it just feels like there's a message here. I want to say, like, there's no rush. You don't have to offer anything to anybody. I mean, you know that already, right? But it's like there's no rush to get to where you want to go. And I feel like there's this message here that, like, if there's somebody in your life that you're like, I don't know, maybe sort of, kind of, it's like, if it's not I'm going to kind of swear here. If it's not a hell yes, it's a hell no. And until you have that person in your life that, like, oh, it's a hell yes, just say no. You don't owe anybody anything. You don't have to give anybody any part of yourself. And part of me feels like you know that. It's almost like you might just need to hear it said out loud, or maybe hear somebody else say it. Because it's almost like if you have been on your own for a while, or in this hermit energy, or single for a while, it's like maybe you're getting pressure to do this, maybe you're getting pressure to do that, or to, make friends or find somebody or do this or do that. And I feel like there's this message here that if you've been feeling pressured to do that stuff, you're running on your own timeline. This is your life. And not that you would anyway, but you don't have to please anybody else. So I think I'll leave it there, Libra. If this reading resonated, I hope that it was helpful and brought you some clarity. I do have the, I was going to say new love. I was going to say the mini love reads coming out on Sunday, and then the February 2023 love readings for the month on next week. So, sorry, next Thursday. I'm still getting used to having them all come out on one day. Anyway, Libra, I love you so much. I wish you all the best this week, and we'll see you on the next one. Much love. Bye.